Yes, folks, welcome back to my mini-series, The Problem with Men. There are a lot of problems with men, so many. And today's episode is all about why men don't talk. Come on, we've heard about it so much, we don't talk enough. Why is that? How many more prompts do we need in order to open up and not bottle things up and push things down and suppress our emotions and not talk to our partners and then wonder why everything blows up in our face at some point in life? I don't know what you think about this jumper, but yeah, it's probably something I need to talk about. A new survey by Movember, again, the men's mental health charity, found that 77% of men, 3/4 of all men in the UK, have suffered from anxiety, stress, or depression. And yet only 40% have ever talked to someone about it. You know, even more telling, a report from Mind UK, the charity, last year showed that 43% of men say they'd be embarrassed to speak about their mental health or seek mental health related help. Now, I'll tell you something, that says it all. That is not small talk. That is silence on a national scale. And it starts young. You know, boys in school now, secondary school. We've seen so many great documentaries and dramas recently, Adolescence for one. Boys being sort of told to man up, keep it together. The masculinity debate in schools at the moment is really, really toxic. By adulthood, it's, you know, mastered down into emotional lockdown. We're breeding boys to become mutes effectively. But do we talk about fear, rejection, and pain? Not really, do we? You know, men are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than women. That, in its own right, is something that has to change. I mean, we need to improve that. Not because we're weaker, but because we're quieter. We're quieter. The reality is, are we really talking about emotional stuff? Emotional, deep issues that we need to express. You know, the reasons I think behind this are we mistake vulnerability for weakness. That's number one. Vulnerability, you know, from the school playground to the boardroom. You know, we're taught that control equals power, but you know, it's not like that. Control isn't courage. Courage is being honest. Every man has had that moment when they want to say something real, you know, where they want to express themselves, and they just can't. They can't do it for some reason, you know. And I feel like that, you know, many times. I think I've got better over the years, but I feel like it's one of the most difficult things to master. We don't have safe spaces to talk. That's another factor. We do not have safe spaces to talk, or many of them. Women have got them everywhere. They talk in their circles, they talk everywhere, they talk about everything. Men sort of don't really have that. And if you know, if we lose those shared spaces that are so small at the moment, like, you know, locker rooms, etc., pubs, nightclubs, etc., where are we going to go to do that talking? I don't see enough men's clubs out there. There are a few that are doing some great work. Andy's Man Club, for example, is fantastic. You know, most men say that they would open up if someone asked them first. But if everybody is waiting for someone else to go first, then we're kind of in this, you know, self-perpetuating circle where it's, you know, nothing's happening. We're scared of the fallout as well. That's another factor. What is that fallout? Fear that being honest will cost you respect at work, with your friends, at home, in your home life, with your family. Being honest sometimes can bring up some harsh truths for people, and it's not nice sometimes, but it doesn't have to be harsh. It doesn't mean that you're soft. You don't have to associate that with being soft. It's just about being seen and heard. You know, talking isn't a weakness. It very much is. It's keeping your soul alive. That's how I see it. Keeping your soul alive. Let me know if you agree on that. Do you think that talking is good for your soul, good for you? You know, after so many, you know, years of interviewing, you know, and speaking with top people in my profession, athletes, actors, entrepreneurs, people in the public realm, one thing is very clear, that the most successful men, the most grounded ones, the ones who've got everything seemingly, they always talk. You know, they talk to coaches, they talk to their friends, they talk to peers, they talk to anyone that they can get insight from, because when you talk about a problem, you talk about an issue, you take its power away. You take it away, and that means that you've started the process of dealing with it. And that's what real strength is, you know? It's not keeping quiet and dealing with things yourself, internalizing. it's self-awareness, you know, it's making that jump from being silent to outspoken. So next time someone says to you, how are you? Think about it, really think about it. You know, honestly, what are you going to say? What are you going to say when someone says, how are you? If you say, yeah, cool or good, like, I mean, it depends really. I suppose it's a time factor. Does someone have time to listen to you? That's another thing. People are scared of not being listened to. Do let me know if you are feeling problematic with this, and if you're bottling things up, and if you are struggling to express your emotions. I think you'd help a lot of people in the comments if you talked about that. And you know, if you know someone that maybe should open up and won't open up, maybe you could share this video with them. The more men that talk about these issues in life, the better. Issues that are, I say these issues, what are these issues? It could be anything that's bothering you, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like anything that's stressing you out. Anxiety is on the rise everywhere at the moment. You know, it's down to so many external factors, phones, social media, etc. You know, you're watching this now probably on your phone, you're thinking like, yeah, I'm part of the problem maybe. But no, the reality is, talk to someone, just I don't know, just open it up, like just be real, be yourself, and don't be afraid. There are more factors to that, but try and start somewhere. And thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe and all that jazz, and follow. But yeah, thanks for your time as always, and I'll see you next time.